Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's called the Business to Business Network Show. If you've just turned on your radio, we're talking real estate, giving out names, phone numbers, talking to real estate agents, finding out what's happening in the Valley. Our co-host is
Mike Metz with Guaranteed Rate.
And our next guest is Frank. Give us your last name. Introduce yourself.
Frank Milan.
And introduce your team and the group that you work with out there. You're kind of the west side working, but the whole Valley.
Yes, I do a lot. I focus a lot in the West Valley. A little bit also South Phoenix, which I have a few clients right there in that area right now, and a little bit of Mesa as well.
And you're finding a lot of investment properties out there.
Yes, a lot. A lot of investors contact me looking for investment properties, distressed properties, properties off the market. We were working a lot with properties off the MLS last year, but this year, it's just since everybody knows about those properties, they're focusing more on off-market properties.
Yeah, that's the key, is to find stuff like that. And talk a little bit, Mike,
and Frank was telling me he finds a lot of sellers that are in some type of a situation where they need to sell their property, and they approach him. He'll immediately be able to buy it, put in, I think what you call a wholesaler in, take the house off their hands, and then he turns around and resells it.
Yeah, are you going door to door? How do you find these guys?
It's a little bit. It's not like it's something where it works. It's a little bit of everything. Sometimes you put bandit signs, you get calls off those. A lot of people say that works for them. It doesn't work for me, but I do mailers. That's where it's been real successful last month.
Into different neighborhoods, and you're saying, look, if you're a situation and you need to get out, and it could be divorce, it could be in a death, it could have been underwater, and there are still a lot of homes underwater out there. In other words, they got a first and second mortgage, and there's no way the appreciation is going to get back up. You're seeing that.
Yes, I'm seeing that, and also not only that, I focus a lot on people that bought their homes cash back in 2012. So those people, they bought it cash and they just got their money back. They rented it out, so they might just not care, want
just
top dollar. They just want to, sell it for less of.
He also came across, would you have a seller that had 12 properties?
That was last week.
Yeah.
I sent out a few mailers. He contacted me. He's trying to liquidate 12 properties, so he's trying to get rid of them, either a whole package, or one by one.
Incredible. And so you are, and now you've got to mention this too. You've captured the Instagram concept and introduced that. This was quite clever. Instagram, first of all, I'm not even sure what Instagram is. I've heard of it. Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, you got
Are you
kidding me?
sure? Oh, man, you're so.
That's great stuff.
Tell us about what you do. Do you put out pictures and just stay in touch, or what do you do?
So yeah, it's a social media application on your phone. You just upload pictures, and what I start seeing, you hashtag, for example, hashtag Phoenix, hashtag Tucson, hashtag California, and people that are in California, they put their hashtag as they live there. So if someone clicks in California, I'm going to find people that post pictures in California.
Cool.
Or if someone posts Phoenix, they're going to find pictures from Phoenix. So say if someone in California is just curious about, looking into Phoenix, they click on the hashtag Phoenix and they see pictures from Phoenix.
Excellent. See, this guy knows what he's doing.
He does. He really does.
And you're having success there. Now, do you have any stories working with buyers or anything, or sellers? You got any listing product? What would you like to talk about?
About a little bit about Instagram. Actually, I had a lot of buyers from Instagram, and there were most investors. I did have one, move from California to here, and investors. That's where he contacted me. I have had investors contact me from out of state, out of the country. I had just one out of the country.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you have somebody recently? I think you told me from Miami, Florida. Yeah.
Yes. This guy walked into our office. He's just looking for a real estate agent. He saw my sign. He contacted me, and I listed his home, and we closed a month ago.
Yeah,
and how many bedroom, how many bath was that one?
This was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Major intersection, part of Valley. Where are we at?
Crossroads, 19th Avenue and Southern.
19th Avenue. So a lot of people don't know that there's some really nice homes down the South Phoenix and the Levine area, and that whole demographic is changing down there, and you're only 20, 30 minutes from downtown Phoenix. So if you're working downtown, it's a great location.
That's a great location, exactly. That guy bought it there because he wanted to be in the center of the city. He didn't want to be out in west, out in the east. His plan was to move from Miami to Phoenix, and live here for a few years, but he had some issues and he couldn't move it, so he just rented out the property.
Yeah, it's excellent. And you're finding also 20-25% down investor money's out there.
Yeah, 20% down for investor money. There's also an investor rehab program where
about that.
You can buy a beat-up property, do a rehab, and we'll loan you 80% of the to-be-completed value of the property. So if you went in and you bought something for $75,000 and you put another $75,000 into it, we'll loan you 80% of the $150,000 to-be-completed value on the property.
And now and speaking of California, I lived in LA for 8 years. First of all, the market is still so expensive over in California. I mean, you can't buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage in LA or anywhere in California and rent it at a positive cash flow. You're always at a negative cash flow.
Right.
In Arizona, you put 20% down.
Yeah.
You fix it all up. You buy, and there are homes out there for $75,000. There are.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Most of the homes that I'm seeing with a 20 to 25% down payment for an investor property are cash flowing right now, and that's on 30-year fixed rate money. So it's working out good. Also out there, even though I'm not involved with it, Frank deals with it quite a bit, there's a lot of hard money out there. So if it doesn't fit within the normal conforming guideline box, there's a lot of people that will lend you the money if you've got some derogatory credit or maybe something else.
You got to have the cash for the down.
Yep, the down payment's key with it.
Yeah. Now, is there anything else you work with a lot of buyers? Any other stories that you would like to share? Any other word that you would like to put out there for the audience to call you? Because you really do a lot of investment. Weren't you mentioning multifamily units?
Multifamily units, I work with those as well. Investors, I have helped out a few investors buy a few multi-unit buildings. I'm working with the California guy, too. They're looking to buy a 1.5 mil multi-unit here. But
you're looking for them.
Yes, it's obviously going to take time, because it's not like a
you can't
quick
find
purchase, yes.
He handles about every side of it. He takes care of the sellers, the buyers, sometimes the financing.
Yeah.
This guy, he's the full package.
Any of you people listening, he's got a buyer. He's looking for a property. How many units are they looking for?
They're looking for 16.
16 units. So basically, what is that? 4 fourplexes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Isn't that basic, right?
You could do that, or you could do just a multifamily, a small apartment project would work, going commercial.
Let's get a phone number. Anybody listening that might know of a project that wants to talk to Frank, how can they reach you?
Oh, they can reach me on my cell phone, 623-217-7940. And if I don't answer, I'll definitely call you back.
Okay, and your website?
Website. I don't have a website at the moment.
Instagram.
You can just Google my name. I'll be on Facebook, Instagram. Franco Milan, and you spell it Franko, and Milan is Milan.
And phone number one more time.
Phone number is 623-217-7940.
Mike.
480-585-1616, 480-585-1616, or on the web, MikeLoans.com.
Stay tuned after the news. We're going to be right back.